Okay. Aloha all. Let's see how this goes. Okay. It's funny watching yourself. Aloha all. Okay. Oh, huh. Yeah. Okay. So So I'm going to try out something. I want to air a clip of Killing Me Softly in this feed, in the stream. Let me know if the audio sounds okay. Okay? Let me try it. Here we go. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy. My question is stranger the to audio of the clip aligned? And yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a delay with the audio of the clip, because I know, well, I guess there's no delay with the audio of my live stream, but I don't know, new tech stuff, I feel like you got to test it out. So, okay, welcome everyone. We can get started here, and well, you know, we'll give people a little bit of time to catch up, but okay, yeah. So I'm gonna try out using the clips, even though I guess I won't be able to hear them, but that's okay. I'll have to figure out what to do. Yeah. Welcome to our October Intermediate Live Jam. It is Halloween. Happy Halloween. And I know that means we're probably missing some people because they're out with their little ones or are giving out candy to the trick-or-treaters. Hopefully you can catch this later. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's see who we have here. We have Christina and Richard. Hello. Anne. Hello. Have you tuned in before for Intermediate Jam, Anne? Manic, welcome back. Linda, in my 3rd week of laryngitis. Oh my goodness. What a drag. What was your remedy? Yeah, I should write all about this. Steam is a really good way to clear off the mucus. I mean, really, laryngitis, you kind of want to let your vocal cords hang out with mucus so that it can help reduce the swelling, but your goal is overall to reduce swelling in your larynx, in your vocal folds. So rest, and then anything that is helpful for anti-swelling, which can include turmeric or spicy foods sometimes, and then I just take steamy showers, sit in the bath, eucalyptus oil in the bath, you know. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. It's rough. I've learned a lot more about recovering from laryngitis. Patrick. Oh, great. Welcome, Patrick. Sherry. Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try some new tech stuff today. Ooh. Okay. Great. Welcome, Anne. 1412. Michelle from Brisbane. Oh, awesome. Oh, we got our Aussies in the house. That's because it's not Halloween for you guys. Marikar, welcome. Okay, so I think we'll probably be a pretty small crowd today, so feel free to ask lots of questions. And today, first we're going to start by reviewing our chord melody from last month, and that's pretty involved, so we can definitely go back over that a little bit, take it nice and slow, and give everybody a chance to get the concepts of chord melody under their belt again. And then we are going to go into a new lesson about breaking down an arrangement. And this month's live lesson, patron voted lesson, was Killing Me Softly. Hopefully you've watched that full lesson. For if you're more intermediate, then the lesson itself probably didn't give you a whole lot, because I gave a lot of options, but I spent a lot of time going over the chords, because for beginners, it's just a lot of chords, and learning how to transition between those chords is going to take a lot of time. But I got some feedback. People wanted to know the exact tab that I was playing in the original arrangement, and instead of directly telling you what that tab is, which is kind of hard to do because, as I said in a comment, like, as a performer, I'm rarely going to play the same thing twice. It's just, and as we watch the clips, you're going to see that sometimes I'm just making a mistake, and that's why I've played it the way I've played it, you know? But instead, I would rather show you how to look at the arrangement, how to hear the different rhythm elements, the different chord variations, and the different, I would say, just kind of appreciation of the melody and the lyrics that can contribute to an arrangement. Yeah? And that way you can apply it to your own interpretations of any song without feeling like it's a specific tab thing. Yeah? That it's more about the theory and the method of how you vary up a song. So we'll work on that afterwards. Okay. Heidi, hello, is wearing her Uke Friend shirt. Awesome. I have mine here. Yay. Yeah, I think you have until Sunday to order it if you're interested in ordering still. Yay. Okay. Christy is in Colorado. Oh my goodness. Yes, I know. I feel pretty comfortable. It is not cold Halloween here, which is different. Yeah. And Carol King. Hi, Carol. Second lesson. Oh boy. Good for you. Welcome. Outer Banks, North Carolina. Christina got her Uke Friend shirt, according to Nana, who is, I think, Ruth from Illinois. Ukulele Lady is in Brisbane also, and then Christine in Colorado. Happy Halloween. Okay, folks, let's start with our 1,000 Years chord melody from last month. Okay, so this was not easy. Actually, yeah, if you have any feedback about the lesson last month, feel free to share it. If you made any realizations when you were practicing the song, or if you feel like, I don't know, there's something specific that you'd like me to illuminate or go over again, let me know. Yeah, hopefully you have the music for the 1,000 Years chord melody. Okay. So just as a quick review, the tab gives us the specific melody notes, right? Heart beats fast, colors and promises. We could go over that actually. And then the chords on top give us the chord base for the melody. And then the goal is to combine the chords, a little bit of strumming with picking the melody notes. Okay? So I think a good place to start is, let's start with that tab. Hi, Jenny. Back from trick-or-treating. All right. So we're going to just pick the tab on the Thousand Years chord melody. If you didn't get a chance to watch last month's lesson and you're like, what's going on right now? Go download that music and then just pick up what you can. Yep. If you haven't done a lot of tab, then just get practice playing tab. Okay, here we go. I'll sing us through the tab, and it's just reviewing that tab. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Hearts beat fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid? Second line. To fall, watching you stand alone. All of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. Okay? I'm moving that chord. One step closer. Let's keep going. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. Okay. And just as a quick review, let's run through the chords of the song. Yeah. We'll just do just one time through before we put it all together. Okay, B flat. All right. So I'll sing, and then we can just single strum those chords. Okay. If you want, you can do down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and 2, 2, and 3, and hearts beat fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Hi, Shelly. Watching you stand alone. All of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. Chorus. I have died every day waited for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. Okay? So, and this is basically a quick review of the lesson that we did last month, actually at the very beginning of this month, because that lesson got pushed from September to the beginning of October. Now, the concept of putting chord and melody together, right, is that you want to strum that chord. And in this case, because the melody note is not on the leading string, and, you know, you can transpose it so that it is on the leading string, but for the version that I wanted to share, I kept it on the leading tone on the E string. You're going to strum and just stop on the E string. Yeah? Okay? So your goal is to strum where you can. Basically, you're strumming when you're not picking the melody, if that makes sense. Yeah? Okay. So we'll take it nice and slow. Just try to keep up as best you can. If you find that you lose your place, then you can go to strumming. And if that's too or if you prefer, you could just focus on the tab, and then kind of slowly find your way to add some tab when you're strumming, or add some strums when you're tabbing. Okay? We'll go nice and slow. 1, 2, and 3, and 2, 2, and 3, and hearts beat fast, colors and promises, how to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall, watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. Okay, now we move to our inverted chords, right? So you can see those alternate chords there, because those alternate chords help highlight our melody. One step closer. Is this the chord I did? I did, okay. I did a D minor on the 5th fret and then added my pinky on that 8 there for that D minor star. And on our 7th fret C. Okay, now on the chorus, okay? You try to add the melody on top while you're strumming, right? I have died every day, right? You see how you can do that? Because the F is open on that A string, then you can strum it like you're strumming part of the melody, right? I have died every day. Okay, let's keep going. I would stretch my pinky out. Waiting on the C for you. Now the D minor, again, you have that open A string. Darling, don't be afraid. This is a big stretch. You could try it. I have loved you for okay, now we go to our full B flat. And then you can lift up on your index. And years. Okay, I love you for 1,000 more. Okay, that's the cobbled together version of chord melody. Let me know how that feels after last month's lesson. If you feel like, the ideas came together a little bit faster, or you feel like you're still kind of starting from scratch. And that's okay, because it can just take a while to conceptually put it all together. And you kind of have to, get there conceptually first, and then comes the execution part of it. Okay. That's the way I played it for my friend's wedding. I did, instead of strumming in between the melody picking, I played a finger picking pattern that's still on the chord. It's not a specified tab. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. Do we want to do that one more time? Maybe we do it just one more time the way we just did it. You can see if you can find a way to integrate a little bit more, and then we'll move on to our new lesson. Yeah? Oh, great. Jenny says she's having fun playing around with it. Yeah? Okay, great. I'm not sure why it's yeah, it was holding that message, but that's fine. Okay, cool. Here we go. We'll try it one more time. Yeah, 1412. What's your name? Did you say before? I'm sorry if I'm forgetting it. Michelle. Okay. Yeah, Michelle said this lesson made chord melody make sense. Good. That's the goal, right? That it makes conceptual sense. Putting it together, it will take some time and will vary from song to song, but conceptually it should make sense. It's a melody on top of the chords, trying to combine them as best you can. Let's try it one more time from the top, and we'll move on to our lesson for today. Okay, so pretty slow, but see what you can fill in the non-melody parts. All right, here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and 2, 2 and 3, and hearts beat fast, colors and promises, how to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall, watching you stand. I messed that up, sorry. Alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. Moving up, one step closer. Every day waiting for you, darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Manic, if you're talking about the picking pattern that I was doing, let's see what I did. I was doing pluck, 3, 2, 1, 2, pluck, 3, 2, 1, 2. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1, 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Okay, so, but that's just what I happen to do for this one picking version. There's many different ways that you can play it, yeah, which is what we're going to talk about in our next lesson. Okay, so let's move on to Killing Me Softly. If you all do want to keep working on this particular chord melody, let me know. Or if you want to have other chord melody lessons, we can do that as well. It does seem like it would make sense to stay on one song and maybe take it to the next level, take it beyond 1 month of working on it. So I don't know if this is the song, if 1,000 Years is the song, or we find another song. But if that concept is interesting to you, then we can talk about that. Yeah, great. 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Right, Jenny was using a different picking pattern. It's very open to interpretation, right? Yeah, it doesn't have to be what I play, which is what I'm trying to share with this next lesson. Okay, so let's move to Killing Me Softly. And if you haven't seen my original arrangement for the 100 days, it's on YouTube, but I'm going to share clips of it with you through the stream. We can look at it together and then kind of analyze together what it is that's different and how you would pick up, say, whatever's different. Like, you can maybe get a sense, oh, there's something different, but I don't know what it is. So then we can look at how to identify what that is. Okay, so let's play the intro chorus the way I taught it, which is with the, let's say with the intermediate picking. It doesn't have to be the beginner picking, but you can do the beginner picking if you are feeling more comfortable with that. Okay, so running through the intro on Killing Me Softly. So we do a strum first, right? Strumming my pain with his fingers. And then our intermediate picking is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. Singing my life with his words. Killing me oh, sorry, we keep picking. Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly with his song. Telling my whole life with his words. Killing me softly with his song. Okay. So, I mean, there are a number of reasons why I simplify things when I teach it. Part of it is just because there are a wider range of people learning, but also part of it is just to make it a little more structured. That if I was trying to teach it where, like, you were switching patterns every chord, it would just be a bit overwhelming to look at. But in reality, when I perform this, probably each measure is slightly different. And so what I'm going to do now is play for you the intro, and let's talk about what's different than what we just played, right? So I'm going to share it in the screen right now. So just watch and see if you can take note of what is different from what we just played. Here we go. Okay. Oh, is it not playing? Oops, sorry, hold on. We're gonna try it again. I think I did it without sound, right? Okay, one more time. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Okay. So, you guys like my new technology? I've been spending a lot of the morning like figuring out how to do that. So feel free to chat in about what you saw that was different. And if you want, I can show it again. Actually, that might be a good thing to do. I'll show it again while you're making your comments. Yeah, just so that we get a chance to watch it again. Okay? So here we go. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Okay. So, what did you notice that was different? And so, my goal here is just to ask you to be more aware, pay attention in a different way. Think about your response could be just like, oh, I noticed a chord was different, or I noticed that some timing was different, or the picking pattern was different, something like that. It's more about kind of noticing what it is, and then from there we can break down what exactly is different. And a lot of it is trial and error, but part of it starts with awareness. It starts with paying attention. Yep. Okay, Heidi says plucking all the strings instead of strumming sets you up for picking. Okay. It seems like you plucked all the strings, yeah? Combination of plucking all the strings and picking, multiple picking. Okay, great. Christine, pulsing the outer and inner strings. Okay. Hi, Doreen. Great. Jenny says, I heard some 1, 3, 4, 2 maybe in the second line plucking chords. The finger picking changed with Killing Me Softly and then reverted back to the other style after the last time. Yeah. Building momentum and tension. Yes. Plucking the chords along with the vocals. Awesome. Right. So those are all great comments. And so all of that is, you can see a reflection of what it does to the song, right? That when you pluck chords along with the vocals, that like, killing me, with his words, killing me softly, with his song, that's just, that's an accent that I chose to do, and you'll see that I repeat that later so that I make it a little bit of a motif within the arrangement. And then people notice the different plucking, that sometimes I'm plucking all the strings, and that by changing up the plucking, you build tension in different ways. Yeah. Plucking all 4 twice and then a 2-3 or a 3-2 string pattern. Yes. So hi Christy. Christy made that comment, and I varied the pattern and the picking in the first line. Yeah. So you can see that if I were to try to actually document what I was actually playing, then it would make for a pretty complicated looking chord chart, right? That would, I would say, be intimidating and not very straightforward for most anybody. But if you can observe these different changes, then you can apply them yourself. So what I'm actually doing, the first line is pretty much what I taught, right? Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. Okay? What I'm doing for the rest of the chorus is I'm switching the picking pattern to a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 picking pattern. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay? And so we've done this different kind of rhythm in a variety of songs, like Free Falling follows that, right? The 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. What else that we do? And if you did the river arrangement, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. The river arrangement is the pattern, that the picking pattern that I'm playing, and that is an intermediate level arrangement. Yeah, Jenny got it. I knew Jenny would get it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So I will write out that pattern for you all. And delineate it, but I didn't want it to be written out before you listened for it, if that makes sense. Because sometimes when you know, like my analogy of like when the fish are thrown at you, then you don't bother looking for where the fish are. Okay. Shelly's asking Wikigame. Wikigame is a bit of a different pattern. It does kind of follow the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2, but in terms of the actual picking pattern, it's different. But in terms of the rhythm, it is the same 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. And so a big reason why we would do that is because so much of music is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, right? So even our intermediate picking pattern here, right? We go strumming my pain with his finger. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, right? That we leave that one beat open so that the two rhythms will be different. Because if we have the same rhythm over and over, then the ear basically becomes numb to it. So a lot of the beauty of arrangement and rhythm is keeping it interesting. Okay, singing my life with his words, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So from there, we're going. The first line is more in a steady 4/4/4 pattern, right? Then if we move into what I call the 3-beat pattern, the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 and then from there I vary how many strings I'm plucking at once. Some of it is really just driven by emotion, right? The flow of the song. Killing me softly with his song, right? Part of it is just like building that tension, right? Like the steadiness of that rhythm, the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. It's a steady drive, but the rhythm is not even, if that makes sense. Because if you did 1 2 3, right, I could do killing me softly with his song, killing me. That's a steady, even drive, but that would definitely take away the tenderness of the song after a while, yeah? Okay, I'm going to play the intro for you one more time so that you can hear it and see if you can count out that 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2, right? So what I just did was I counted the 3-beat while I'm snapping on the 4. Okay, so listen to this, right? 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. Okay, it can be confusing because what you're counting is off from what you're snapping. Yeah. So, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to change that. But if I were to, where could I tap this on? All right. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. So you're getting that contrast of rhythm, right? Of like the steady beat that you had in the first part of the song, and then now you're bringing in the tension of that contrasting rhythm. Okay, so I'm gonna play it for you again, just you can see what you pick up on. Yeah. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Okay, so you'll also see sometimes I'm only hitting the ones of the 3-beat. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1, or emphasizing those and playing the other notes very quietly or barely there at all. So Shelly's saying it's one of those things you can't think about, you just do it. Well, if you slow it down, you can think about it. It's good to slow it down enough that you can think about it and count it out. But yeah, I think what you're saying is that like if you feel it, it's a lot easier. So that's definitely true. Sherry's saying, is it like triplets? Kind of. The first part is kind of like triplets. I don't want to tell you it's like triplets because you're not smooshing. Triplets is technically when you're like smooshing 3 notes into the space of 2 notes. Yep. So it's not exactly like triplets, but the grouping of it is in the 3, which is why I call it the 3-beat pattern. Okay, so let's move on to verse 1 and keep this kind of form of analysis going, right? So I didn't play the rock strum at all in my original arrangement. I put it in the chart for this month's lesson because so many people know the Fugees hip-hop version of this song, and it sounds really cool, right? I heard he sang a good song. It's just a way to give intermediates a challenge without it being a complicated finger-picking thing, right? So let's, though, look at the... let's play through verse 1 with the intermediate picking pattern just as a baseline. Yeah. And then I will again show you that clip and you can see what's different. Yeah. Okay, here we go. You can play it with me. This is just so that you get a sense of where we're starting from. A minor, right? So 2, 3, 4. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style, and so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes. Okay? Oh, I didn't finish the phrase. Okay. So, now, let's go to the clip. Here we go. Verse 1. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes. Okay, so think about what you just saw. I'm going to play it for you again because it goes fast, you know. And the truth is, when say I'm trying to break down what someone else is playing, I listen to it over and over, and like the beauty of YouTube is that you can really slow down what other people are playing. So I'll be like, oh wow, what that person did was cool. I'll slow it down to 75% or 50% and watch them do it and be like, oh, that's what they're doing, right? That's what they're rhythmically doing. That's like what they're melodically doing. So we'll watch it again so that you get another chance to take some notes, and feel free to share it in the chat. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes. I'm actually just watching the video with no audio because it would feed back in maybe a weird way. So, but I've already made my observations about it. So feel free to add any more observations that you heard. Jenny said, I hear nice moments where you're hitting 2 strings at once instead of just one. They ring more complexly. Yes. I like to do that. So, you know, I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had Yep. So, and sometimes you have to pick which strings you pluck. You could pluck them all, but if you're only going to pluck two of them, then, you know, make sure they're not the same ones. I mean, you know, they're not hitting the same tone. Heidi says, I'm adding an extra beat. I think you'd have to be specific about that. Yes. Anna says she's hearing chord melody. Oh, that's not intentional. Okay. D7 instead of D, E minor 7 instead of E. Yes, I do sometimes play E minor 7 instead of E minor. That's usually out of, I don't know, probably convenience. Yeah. And then I'm playing the bar B7 because I was playing a high G in that, in the clip. Yeah. So something that I want to point out that I'm doing, that when I play back the clip again, you might notice, is that when I go to the E minor, right, I change the rhythm. So I go second line. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. Okay, so what did I do there? I did, and so I came to see him and listen for a while. And then I think Sherry is noticing that when I did, and there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes. Something similar. I'm changing up the rhythm to help emphasize the words. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Anne is saying, I moved to the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 on listen for a while, right? So I go back to that 3-beat pattern. Why? Because it goes with the cadence of the words. And listen for a while, right? Listened. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Listen for a while, right? And stranger to my eyes, right? To my eyes. Okay? Yes, exactly. I went to the syncopated rhythm. But only for those parts. And so, because the end of that phrase is 2 E minors, it's longer, right? We often, on a longer phrase, we'll move to the extended rock strum. We're just changing up that rhythm because we're staying on the same chord. It's the same idea. It goes with the feeling of the lyrics, right? That I came to see him, and that lyric, I would say, lands, right? And listen for a while. Like in the story, that's what we're doing. We're kind of pausing there and listening, right? So you kind of changing up the rhythm there to make it, to bring emphasis to what I'm singing there. And then the end, the stranger to my eyes, it's something similar, but I think really in the actual performance of it, I just got caught up in it and was like accentuating the words as I was playing them, if that makes sense, you know? So I wouldn't say it was anything that I was specifically trying to accent, except just getting excited. So I'll play it one more time so that you can hear it and see if you can identify moving from the 4/4 rhythm to that 3-beat rhythm at the end of that line. Okay, so let's go verse 1 more time, and then we'll move on. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No worries, Shelly. If you gotta go, no worries. Okay, so let's go on to the next chorus. Honestly, I don't remember what I played, so let's go to the tape. Okay, here we go. So we've already played the chorus on the intro, right? So this is just bringing back the chorus. So what do you do when you bring back the chorus? So what's consistent about a chorus is that we've heard it already. You want people to go home remembering the chorus. So it can be consistent in some way, but how do you kind of amp it up along the lines of the story? Okay, so let's go to chorus 1 and hear what that's like.
Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
It's so funny when it comes back to me. Okay, one more time. We'll watch it one more time. Okay? I do change the rhythm in there, right? So look for that. What else? Feel free to add your comments, but we'll watch it one more time before we get into it.
Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
Okay. So, which pattern am I starting with? And then what pattern am I ending with? And am I doing anything different? Yeah. So I'm kicking it off with that 3-beat pattern. I'm just digging right into it. Strumming my pain with his fingers. But you might notice that I'm picking everything more fully, right? Just to give it a lot more sound, right? Strumming my pain with his fingers. Just give everything more support. Killing my life with his words. Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly with his song. Telling my whole life with his words. Killing me softly with his song. And then on the E, right, with his song, I'm going back to our original pattern. Okay. Strumming my pain, right? So I'm using the 3-beat pattern to emphasize the lyrics, right? The cadence of the lyrics. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. You see how that works that way, right? Strumming my pain with his fingers, right? Singing my life. It happens that the melody already falls that way, and so I'm using the pattern to emphasize that the melody cadence. And in songwriting, you know, that's like a concept of prosody, that lyrics go with the melody, that the way that you would naturally speak it is the way that you would then sing it and play it, so that it's not like, you know, if you're singing and the word is like vacation, right, you want the emphasis to be on the K. Like if all of a sudden it was like vacation, like then you have to really mean it. Mean to make it weird like that. Or vacation, like you have to intentionally do that. Otherwise people will just be like, oh, that doesn't sound right. Yeah? Okay. Great. Yeah. The change from F to E is a challenge. Yeah. Yeah. Shelly, in the lesson, the live lesson, I gave a little tip on sliding over to the E. I think, were you there for that? You can just keep practicing that slide. Okay, so you can see it's like recognizing the different rhythm patterns and changes. So let's go to verse 2, see if there's anything different. And work our way through the end of the song. And, mostly it's just like learning to notice the little different rhythm patterns.
I felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters and read each one out loud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on.
Okay. So there's not a whole lot of difference in verse 2, right? Again, it's kind of like little rhythmic changes that help to define the lyrics that I'm singing. So let's just watch it one more time. Feel free to make any comments if you have any, and then we'll just keep going because there's some other things to look
I
at.
felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters and read each one out loud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on.
Right, so mostly I'm playing our regular 4/4 picking pattern, and again at the E minor I'm switching to that 3-beat pattern for a little bit, right? And read each one out loud, right? But then the rest of it is that 4/4 pattern, and then but he just kept right on, and changing there a little bit, yeah. Right. I paused on the loud so that it could just hang out a little bit. I mean, that's kind of like the Fuji style. Okay. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions on that. Well, let's keep going because I want to get to some of the different chord variations that happen. We'll go do the second chorus. You could just see if there's anything different.
Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
Okay. So the main thing on that chorus is it was pretty much the same as the first chorus, just using that 3-beat pattern and really ramping it up. And then at the end, I did that the build into that next section, right? So kill me softly with his song. Oh, okay. So that's just making it dramatic, right? So how do you change up the rhythm? How do you give shape to the song? All right. So let's go to the O's, the part that I built into on that E. Oh, and then we have a chord variation. So we're going to the O's. It's over the chorus chords, but because it's O's, it's a little more emotional. Yeah. Okay. So what's different in that O's chorus? That's what I'm going to call it, the chorus with the O's. I'll play it for you one more time, that way you can take note. Some different chords there. There at the end to go with my vocal movement. Yeah. So yes, Shelley says some inversions, and so you can use inversions wherever you want. It's a matter of choosing how the inversions I guess complement the song. So we're building up, right? So our chord is E minor, so I'm going to this E minor 7 on the 7th fret. Whoa! And then I'm going to an A minor here on the 5th fret. Oh, yeah. And just that higher tone, it has a little bit more angst. Oh, right. Oh. Soft picking and louder plucking, yeah. So, a couple of inversions, and then at the very end, I go, oh, yeah. So then I'm using that to find where I'm singing the melody and how it's moving and trying to map that with my chord movement. Okay? And Christina's saying leaving space between notes and then filling back in more to build. Yeah, right? That's just making it dramatic, but the inversions help to create the build, and the different pauses and starts and stops, and then this idea of moving the chords to follow your vocal line. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll just go to our final chorus to wrap it up for today. You can see if you hear anything different here. Strumming my pain, oh, he was singing my life, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Okay. So that final chorus was pretty much the same as the previous chorus. That mainly it's just the fact that it's the last chorus that I've made the vocals a little bit more exciting, right? Created more of a change in the vocal melody, and then I'm just following that energy with the plucking that I'm doing, but I haven't changed the plucking pattern of the final chorus very much. And then just thinking about classic writing arc, you have to come to a climax, and then what they call the ending, the denouement, right? That you have to kind of like hit the peak and then give people like a little tail at the end, right? So, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly. With his song telling my whole life. With his words killing me softly. With his song. So it's just taking these different rhythm ideas, these essentially in terms of arranging and just in terms of expressing music, we're always looking for ways to tell the story better, to really connect the music to the emotional energy that we're feeling when we deliver the song. And then when I outline these songs for you in these charts, I try to give you these variations so that you can choose different picking and different strumming, and say if you chose picking on the chorus, picking on the verses, and then coming in with the strumming on the later choruses, it gives you a way to build. But then as you become a more intermediate player, that you can learn to spend more time listening for the nuances and paying attention to why they feel different. That's the most important thing. It's like, oh, that change, whatever that is, had an impact on me. Why? And part of it is just building up your confidence in being able to listen, being able to count, being able to try different inversions, having enough knowledge of your chord library that you can throw in the different chords and feel like, oh, okay, this one helps accentuate the melody in this certain way. So that's hopefully gives you a little bit of insight and can help you to become a more attentive listener. Yeah. All right. Shelley is saying, I get the inversions in Space Oddity now and why they happen where they do. Awesome, right? Yeah, that you have a real shift in the song, and the inversions help you to illuminate that. And then Carol is saying, I was excited to vote for the song as a beginner. Oh, I don't think I'll ever be able to do this. Well, this is the intermediate lesson for sure, and that you can certainly learn the beginner version first. Again, it's just single strumming and island strumming and some very basic picking. You can do that to start, and then you build your way up. It's not anything that you would do overnight. It's something that I think the beauty of music is that you can spend your lifetime learning it and enjoying learning it. Yeah. Okay, so let's wrap up there for today. It's kind of, it's more awareness that you need to build over time. So, hopefully, you can put it into play and see what you to absorb and how you then interpret it in your own versions of songs. Yeah. Sherry says the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 is handy and beautiful. Yeah. It gives it a real change in the rhythm. Anne is saying when I play the B7 on the second one, I place my pinky on the 4th fret on the C string like this. 4th fret of the C string. B7. You're playing a B9. I'm not sure where that would fit, but hey, give it a try. Heidi says, I've begun to hear songs differently. That's right. There's a complexity, but you can still make it simple if you want. Yes, definitely. I always hope you can see that it can be relatively simple. There's a lot of chords in this song, so it's not as simple, but it can be relatively simple. But then there's unlimited amounts of complexity, but it's not required, Okay. You're playing a B7 but pinky on the fourth. Oh, I see. I think we call that B7 sus. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, let's wrap it up there for today. Oh, before we leave, I'm wondering if any of you have suggestions for, say, a more advanced holiday song that you might want to learn for next month, because that'll be our only chance. The intermediate lesson in December will be after Christmas. I think so, at least. So I think, if there's something from, say, like the Cozy Christmas record, or in general, a holiday song that you think like, oh, that would be a great intermediate jam lesson, then leave it in the comments on the Patreon post, and I will take that into account for next month's lesson. Yeah, great. And I'll make a note of that on the post as well. Okay. Thank you all for tuning in today. Yeah, I guess thanks for helping me to test this new video clip feature. It's working all right. Shelley saying Bohemian Rhapsody. Never in 1,000 years thought I'd be able to play ukulele as instinctively as I do now. Oh, Shelley, you're doing amazing. Can we do a chord melody Christmas song? Sure, I like that idea. It's a great idea. Doreen saying, is that you, Santa Claus? Yeah, it might be a little too jazzy, that one, Doreen. I feel like, well, I'll have to look at it and see. I think something more traditional might be easier to as a lesson. Yeah. Okay. Great. We'll keep working on Christmas chord melodies. We could do the Christmas song. Yeah, there's a lot to be done with that one. A lot of chords. Oh, actually, no, that one has way too many chords. Okay. Anyway, I'll throw out some suggestions. I'm happy to hear your suggestions as well. And I will see you all soon. Everyone, happy Halloween. And I will see you in November. Thank you. Mwah. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.